You've probably heard that opposites attract, but in Chinese metaphysics, that's not just a romantic cliché. It's a literal description of how complementary energies interact. Yin and Yang aren't about two people being exact opposites who fight all the time. They're about two forces that need each other to be complete. In relationships, this framework can explain a lot about why some couples clash and others click effortlessly. What Yin and Yang mean in romantic relationships in simple terms. Yin energy is receptive, nurturing, and introspective. Yang energy is active, assertive, and outgoing. Nobody is purely one or the other. We all carry both. But most of us lean one direction naturally. And that's where compatibility gets interesting. I remember a couple I once advised. She was a graphic designer who worked from home, highly intuitive and sensitive to her environment, very Yin. He was a construction project manager who thrived on deadlines, loud job sites, and high-pressure decisions, very Yang. By conventional standards, they seemed mismatched. But their relationship worked because they recognized that each brought something the other lacked. She helped him slow down and notice emotional subtleties. He helped her navigate practical challenges without getting overwhelmed. That's the yin-yang dynamic in action. It's not about conflict. It's about completing each other's gaps. Signs your relationship has yin-yang balance. A balanced yin-yang relationship doesn't mean you never disagree. Disagreement is normal. Balance looks more like this. When one partner is stressed, the other naturally provides calm. When one is stuck in overthinking, the other helps them take action. There's a rhythm to it. You don't force it. It just flows. Some practical signs. You take turns leading decisions depending on the situation. You respect that your partner processes things differently and don't try to fix their style. Arguments resolve because you can see each other's perspective, not because one person wins. Sound familiar? That's yin-yang working well. You might also notice that spending time apart actually strengthens your connection. Yin needs stillness to recharge. Yang needs activity to feel alive. If you're the Yin type, you might need quiet evenings alone to feel ready for social interaction. If you're the Yang type, you need adventure and stimulation to feel engaged. Neither is wrong. They're just different needs. When opposites clash, common pitfalls, of course, the same dynamic that creates beautiful balance can also create friction. A highly Yang person might see a Yin partner as too passive or indecisive. A highly Yin person might see a Yang partner as too aggressive or insensitive. These labels come from not understanding that the other person's approach has its own validity. The fix isn't to make one person more like the other. That never works. The fix is to build appreciation for the difference. A simple practice I recommend. Each week, name one thing your partner's natural energy brought to the relationship that you couldn't have done yourself. It shifts the frame from, they're so different from me, to their difference helps us both. Another pitfall is when both partners lean heavily Yin or heavily Yang. Too strongly Yin people might create a cozy, comfortable home, but struggle to make decisions or handle conflict. Too strongly Yang people might accomplish a lot together, but burn out because nobody is tending to emotional rest. Recognizing these imbalances is the first step to correcting them intentionally. Practical tips for each energy type. If you identify as more Yin in your relationship, make an effort to initiate plans sometimes. Your partner needs to see your active side too. Share your opinions clearly even when they're uncomfortable. Your receptive nature can sometimes make you avoid necessary confrontation. Yin strength is depth of feeling, but that depth needs to be expressed, not just held inside. If you identify as more Yang, practice listening without immediately offering solutions. Sometimes your partner doesn't need you to fix their problem, they need you to sit with them in it. Your natural assertiveness is a gift, but paired with patience, it becomes unstoppable. Make space for silence and stillness in your shared time. Not every moment needs to be productive. Most importantly, don't treat yin-yang as a rigid personality test. It's a lens for understanding dynamics, not a box to put people in. Energies shift over time, with circumstances, with age. A relationship that works at 25 might need different balance at 45. Pay attention and adjust. What the classics say about relationship energy. Ancient Chinese texts describe the ideal relationship not as two identical people, but as two complementary forces that create something greater together. The I Ching speaks of this in hexagrams related to marriage and partnership. The key image is always one of mutual support, not sameness. The Tao Te Ching puts it simply. Knowing the male, yet keeping the female, one becomes a valley for the world. A valley receives, nurtures, and supports, just like balanced relationship energy. In my experience, couples who intuitively understand this dynamic don't need to study Chinese metaphysics. They just feel it. They know when to lead and when to follow, when to push and when to hold space. The framework just gives them a language for what they already practice. What's your experience with this? Have you noticed yin-yang dynamics in your own relationships?